Hello and welcome to this new episode of CIO Leadership Live Middle East. Today we are traveling to Doha to meet Dr. Joseph George, Group Chief Digital and Information Officer at Doha Bank. Hello, Dr. Joseph. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Andrea. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. It is our pleasure to have the chance to interview you and to know more about you because it is interesting. You have been in the UAE for 18 years. You recently decided to move to Qatar. You joined this year Doha Bank. Before you were Chief Information Officer at National Bank of Fujairah. So tell us a little bit why did you decide to take this decision and how you are supporting Doha Bank with your experience in the banking industry.
I think that's a good question, and I think the same question has been asked to me by many people. Why, Joseph, you moved from UAE to Qatar? So I feel that the last almost 15 to 18 years I was in UAE, and I was being part of two major banks, and I was lucky enough to be part of those two banks, and were able to be instrumental to change the banks into the digital perspective. So I believe that when I came to know about Doha Bank, and the football FIFA has happened, the country is looking very progressive, and their aspiration to change and aspiration to look into a different perspective in the Middle East market, it was great. I thought it is a great opportunity for me also to be part of that game, since I was already part of the same game in the Middle East UAE market. So since this is an initiation in the Qatar market, if I being part of this, and I will be able to use my experience, my practical approach, even what are the practical challenges we faced, so that we can able to help the bank. That's going to be good for me because I always believe in something to be delivered and value creation to the nation.
Joseph, we talk about the difference of being an IT decision maker in the banking industry in the UAE and in Qatar. But for example, you are not only Chief Information Officer, you are also Chief Digital Officer. So, what are the challenges and the perks of having both roles combined in one?
So actually, I'm Chief Information and Chief Digital. What I felt in my previous career is, and that is one of the reason also I took this job in Qatar. So even though I was a CIO or handling the entire IT in my previous job, the digital part was handled by someone else. So always IT and digital has got a tug of war, a lot of discussions. So when I come to know is the entire digital and IT is going to be handled by me along with my business team. So it was easy for me to take that decision and to move things in a faster way. So now the entire digitalization is my responsibility. And so also the execution is going to be done by my own team, which is again IT. So both the teams change the bank and run the bank. So I have two teams will be with me, and we will be focusing. Since both the teams are under me, it is easy for me to ensure my decision making, ensure the delivery, even the team collaboration to be much more agile, so that deliver. I believe to deliver any digital or any critical deliveries, teamwork is more important. And a team is not a bunch of people who working on a target. Rather, a team is a bunch of people who trust each other and focus on a goal so that they can achieve better.
Absolutely. Joseph, in your opinion, what's driving financial services to the cloud? Would you need to find a cloud provider to work with? How do you decide with whom are you gonna work? What should be the right qualities an IT provider must have for you to choose to work with them?
Sure, I think that's a very good question, and this question has been already asked by our senior management. Also, what is our cloud strategy? So not only me being in Doha, even my previous organization being in UAE, also the same question. And cloud was really a buzzword. And initially, people thought when we go to cloud, it's a cost-effective approach. But I really don't think so. Moving to cloud is a cost-effective approach. Rather, moving to cloud will help us for more agility and marketability, and so that go to the market is much more faster. And you know that even during the time of COVID, due to the chip manufacturing, even many organizations found had a lot of difficulty of getting hardwares request
Mhm.
on time. So if I need to do my scalability on my infrastructure, it is better to go with the cloud approach. Of course, people had a lot of doubts regarding the security. I don't think security is an issue with the cloud because most of the cloud providers are very prominent, very uh, very excellent vendors or providers in the market, and they are assuring the security part. But what worries me on the cloud providing is I will be look as a bank, I will be having different technologies, and many of the cloud providers are not providing all the different technologies available in the market. So the best example I can say is in my previous uh, organization, we use AIX technologies in the core banking, but not a single provider in the UAE, cloud provider, does provide this service. So there are pockets which if you really want to move everything into one single cloud or a multi-cloud approach, how the multi-cloud has to be taken up with a landing zone approach that need to be well architectured, and the cloud providers really need to complement each other to support organization like us when we come with multiple technologies, because I cannot throw all my technologies just to satisfy to move the cloud into a new system, because that will be a lot of
Absolutely.
cost. Yeah. So I
Um,
believe the cloud providers should provide the comprehensive the cloud approach and different technologies. If one cloud provider do not have that, they should complement with others, and then they should balance it.
Joseph, on the other hand, another topic of discussion, fintechs are putting banking business models under scrutiny. Do you see fintechs as a competitor or as a potential partner?
See, the thing is, for me, fintechs are potential partners, and fintechs are complementing our the banking functions. But the question here is, while you are choosing the fintech, you really need to choose the right fintech. So the issue with the fintech is some of the fintechs are very good, but they have been backed up by some angel fundings. Their intention is okay, make it happen, create the valuation, sell it off. As a bank, when these fintechs are, we started using that fintech facilities or services, when they keep started selling these companies to a different stakeholders, many of the times I have noticed that the services which they were providing has gone down. As a banker, I cannot take a chance lose my customer satisfaction into the downtrend. I need to ensure my customer satisfaction is there. So it is
Absolutely.
very important for us to ensure that while we are choosing a fintech partner, you should ensure that their longevity is with you for a long, and whatever services they are giving you, it is proper. Have a proper contracting agreement with them. As I mentioned earlier, one of the fintech, I was one of the first bank to go ahead with, in the behind the credit card, the CVV. So
Mm-hmm.
we went with the fintech company, and the CVV behind the card has been removed, and we gone with the dynamic CVV. It was a fintech company, and we integrated through that fintech company with the Visa card. So There are good companies, but while you are choosing it, choose the right one for the right business and ensure that it contractually you have covered and that company will have the long-term service approach with you. That's important.
Definitely. Great insights, George. Also, we were discussing a little bit. Well, the banking industry has changed a lot. I think everyone knows that, and especially after COVID. Where do you see the future of digital banking nowadays?
See, the future of the banking is not going to change. The future of banking will be there because the people are talking about the future of banking is going to be a question mark because of fintech. Also, people are talking about future of banking is a question mark because of telecom companies. Both these partners, whether it is a telecom, whether it is a fintech, they cannot change banking. Banking will continue as banking because the people will definitely trust bankers and banks.
Mm-hmm.
But the way banking is done will change because today people are allowed to sit in home and they're able to do the banking. But how banks are able to ensure while such a digital provision is given to the customers at their convenience, anytime, anywhere, in a very boutique kind of fashion or a customized products, it will be bank's responsibility to ensure the security and trust is maintained.
It's
So
not
the
that the
way
banking industry has changed, like customers have changed. Now we have different generations. We have older generations that need to go to the bank, and there are new generations that want everything on the phone and never use the card, the physical card, for example.
yeah, that's what I was saying. The banking is not changed. Banking products are not changed. Only the way of banking for creating convenience has changed.
So, talking about consumers, like how do consumers react or adapt to such a rapid rate of evolving products and services? Because
See
it's
the fact.
moving so fast.
See the thing is, for one of the best example, I can say previously when we do the remittances, bank used to charge, and people are then banks competition has come into play. People has banks have started reducing the cost part. But even if bank charges little high, if the customer get convenience and trust in a faster pace, most of the customers are ready to pay a premium cost because they like quality, they like speed, they like trust. So if this three is maintained, customer will stay with your bank. And it is not because of your digital execution, rather it is because of your service, which is more important. If they feel your service is great, I'm sure most of the customers will stay with you. Very few will jump here and there. Otherwise, your majority of the customers will definitely stay with you if your convenience, speed, and trust with a quality service, if you are able to deliver it, they like it.
And Joseph, you just, as we mentioned at the beginning of the interview, you just joined a new project after 18 years in the UAE. Now, as Chief Digital and Information Officer, what would you say are your goals for the rest of the year and the next one?
See, for me, I will say that for me, again, when I talk about digital, I think previously I mentioned it. Speed is one of the specific area I will go. Definitely, customer likes speed. I will say convenience. So anything which, when I say speed, is a specific, personalized experience we are able to deliver in a digital perspective is the best approach. I will definitely look at that speed approach, I will surely able to give special personalized experience in a digital perspective to the customers. That is important for me. I will be definitely looking at that. If my customers are able to enjoy that, I'm sure we will be able to retain and we will be able to acquire more customers.
Dr. Joseph George, Group Chief Digital and Information Officer at Doha Bank. You are a truly change maker. Thank you so much for your time and for sharing your experience with us.
Thank you very much. It was my pleasure to share my knowledge with you guys. Thank you.